Good morning, friends. This is Dr. Gaurav Vashisht. We have Dr. Vineet Quatra, Head of the Department Pediatrics and Neonatology, Artemis Light Sector 82, and consultant visiting Avani Clinic Sapphire 90 Wall as well. So, sir, today we are going to discuss about bronchial asthma in children. So, please tell us what is bronchial asthma.
Thank you, Gaurav, for inviting me on this talk. So, first of all, today I would tell everybody that today is a World Asthma Day. So, like every parent is very scared regarding the asthma in children. Now, what is asthma? Asthma is basically a chronic inflammatory changes in the small airways where there is inflammation and mucoid secretion in the alveoli. मतलब बहुत सिंपल है कि जो हमारे एयरवेज है उसके अंदर जब सूजन आ जाती है और जब उसमें म्यूकस की सिक्रीशन ज़्यादा हो जाती है तो ब्रीदिंग में प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है क्योंकि एयरवेज ब्लॉक हो जाते हैं। तो अगर एयरवे के साइज इतना है और वो म्यूकस से अगर वो एयरवे के साइज इतना कम हो जाता है तो ब्रीदिंग में प्रॉब्लम होती है और उसकी वजह से अस्थमा होता है। So it's basically the inflammation and infection of the lower airways alveoli which causes asthma.
So, sir, what are the risk factors and what are the triggers which can cause bronchial asthma?
See, Gaurav, in pediatric population, the major risk factors what we are seeing today is number one, a family history. If any one of the parent is having a history of asthma, so the kids are more inclined to have asthma. Number one. Number two, exposure to the allergens like smoke or dust, pollens. They are triggers for asthma. And any history of eczema or dermatitis during the early childhood or infancy can obviously have an incidence of more asthma in kids. So normally these are the trigger factors for asthma in children or in pediatric population, I would say.
And how is a child supposed to present with asthma?
देखिए asthma, Gaurav, it is a very common notation that a kid who comes with persistent cough, which may be a dry persistent cough, or when there is a wheeze. Wheeze is basically more of a whistling sound when the baby is breathing, longing for breath. When he has like this, and there is a whistling sound coming, and if it is associated with nasal flaring, distress, which is basically the difficulty in breathing, where they have got these, notching is there in the subcostal region, like. And if it is more of an exacerbated state, then this is basically what we call it as asthma. We should think about that the child may be having asthma in cases of chronic cough.
So, sir, are these normal, usual symptoms, or these are some danger signs? There are some signs which we should look into so that we should directly go to emergency.
Yes, Gaurav, that is a very good question you asked. The signs where you should immediately take your kids to emergency is number one. If there has been excessive coughing, persistent excessive coughing, if the child is longing for a breathe, or I would say difficulty in breathing, or if there is more of a respiratory distress where you find that your child is breathing very fast, then you should really rush to the hospital emergencies and get your child treated. सिंपल लैंग्वेज में अगर मैं बात करूं, अगर बेबी को बहुत लंबा खांसी हो रहा है और सांस में दिक्कतें आ रही हैं, या आपको लग रहा है कि सांस लेते वक्त पेट और छाती दोनों अगर ऐसे हो रही है, और आपको लग रहा है कि आपके बच्चे को बहुत पसीना आ रहा है, और अगर आपका बच्चा कह रहा है कि मेरे छाती में ऐसा हो रहा है कि टाइटनेस हो रही है बहुत ज़्यादा, तो आप ये समझ लीजिए कि आपको अस्थमा का अटैक आया होगा, तो आप इमीडिएटली हॉस्पिटल रश करिए. सो दीज आर बेसिक इमरजेंसीज वेयर वी शुड रियली लुक इनटू दैट यू हैव टू रश द चाइल्ड टू द इमरजेंसी.
Sir, is it a possibility that some child who is suffering from asthma in young age will get better with age and may even outgrow asthma?
Yes, absolutely. Why not? So, asthma, if we see that asthma is because of allergies, normally we say these symptoms will remain there for a period of 5 to 8 years and then slowly regresses. So, yes, asthma can be treated very well, and most of the kids they outgrow asthma. Very, very true. Yes, why not?
So, sir, at last I would like to summarize so that we can devise an action plan for asthma.
Dr. Gaurav, see, action plan with asthma is always incorporated with the parents. So I believe that if we have to treat a child with asthma or if we diagnose asthma, तो सबसे पहली बात है कि we have to teach the parents. Number two, we have to teach the kids who are suffering from asthma. Number three, we have to tell them that first and most important thing is the nebulizers and inhalation form of treatment is the best form of treatment in cases of asthma, because normally parents are very taken aback कि अरे मेरे बच्चे को इनहेलर जाना है, मेरे बच्चे को आदत ना हो जाए इनहेलर्स की। तो मैं इस वीडियो से क्लियर बताना चाहता हूँ कि देखिए इनहेलेशन थेरेपी से कभी भी आदत नहीं होती। Inhalation therapy is the safest form of medical delivery system which you can treat with asthmas. Number two. Number three, कि जैसे मैंने बताया we have to teach the kids what are the long-acting medicines for asthma, what are the short-acting medicines of asthma, what medicines should be kept at home, at school, where short exacerbations of asthma can be treated, or long-term treatment care. So it's basically a complete plan where a parent, a kid who is suffering from asthma, even I would involve the school teachers and the school infirmary, where the treatment of asthma can be treated properly and they can be educated well that it is not to be worried about, it can be treated well. So the action plan altogether involves parents, a child who is having asthma, school where teachers are there, so that we can prevent these kind of exacerbation very regularly.
Very thankful, sir. It was a very informative session. I hope that parents and children also must have done something. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Gaurav. Nice having you with us. Thank you, dear.